Oh, anyways. Now that that bit of combat is over with, I really fucking hate Jerkas, or whatever the fuck they're called. I have another one ahead, but at least you can stealth past that shit. Well, I guess I could have skipped this, but... Where's the man in the box at? You're not the box. What? I know one of the... There's like a box nearby. It might not be in this room, but there's a box nearby that has a guy in it. Like in Chapter 1. For the life of me. Oh, right.
Determine the approximate location of the lab based on the boy's information. It is marked on your Soliton radar.
I found you! And thanks, Wolfie. Look at you. You're trying to be a regular solid snake. Lovely bit of Easter egg. Oh, what is it? I think it's like the wooden sword or something like that that you get for hunting down all of the men in boxes. So there is some point to it, besides just being silly as fuck. But the approximate location of the lab is this strangely highlighted wall. Oh, what do you know?
A fake wall projection. Pretty well hidden, I gotta say.
It was not well hidden, you stupid bastard! It looked different from the other walls, even before I went into augment mode. Electrolyte packs, more boxes, all that result in BP. Try not to get spotted by this fucking gun camera. Yeah, there's like no actual surveillance cameras in this game. They're all just gun cameras. So there's really... Well, who am I kidding? There's not really much of a point to not going into combat because you kick the shit out of everything anyway.
Ah, this would appear to be the UG maintenance area. You should find a terminal there. Something they use to upload mission parameters to the UGs.
And something I can use to access the lab's main server?
Perhaps. But first you need to take a dump.
Wait, what?
A dump? A digital optical output mounted proxy. You'll need one to interface with the terminal. Most any UG should suffice. A tripod or the like.
I'll see what I can come up with. How do I use it?
Simply connect to it. You should be able to use your communications outlet to control the proxy UG.
Alright, let's give it a shot.
A doomp? Really, Doc? Come on, game. I thought you were more mature than freaking crap jokes. Whatever. So we've got 3 guards below. You can stealth this. It's really hard to, and there's really no reason to, because you get a rating for it. I'm gonna try to at least... I have done this before, like do a sneak attack and then immediately go into the box. I've never been able to replicate it though. Maybe the sombrero might save me, but... Alright. Oh, no it didn't. They are my specialty, but this isn't a stealth game. If you want that, you should go play some Metal Gear Solid 2, Kevin. Because I will straight up leave your shit in the dust and kill 22 Metal Gear Rays on Extreme. And what the fuck are these things? Again, what is the name of this enemy? It's eluding me right now. It's got a stupid tripod embedded in its chest. Oh. Just ignore the awesome sombrero of awesomeness, though. Fuck you! This fucker's doing some serious damage to me. Seriously, I'm down to fucking almost half my health. I thought I was better than that, but against cyborgs, I kicked the hell out of them. But now that's still an A rank. I take all this fucking damage and do so sloppily, but an A rank.
If they continue to increase security, they may shut out all outside network connections.
They don't.
Please do your best to avoid being seen.
I don't need to avoid shit, Doc. Oh shit, man, really? Those are cyborg fucking brains. I'm deeply offended by the implications of this, even though I know what it means, because I've beaten the game already. But the implication should be more than enough motivation for you to straight up annihilate these fucking cyborg pansies. Don't give a shit if they're working for Desperado or the Guadalajaran fuckfaces or whatever. I don't care. Nope. Double blades don't mean shit. I will still knock the hell out of you and slice your arms and behead you and freaking turn your spinal cord into jelly and feast on the jelly. It doesn't matter. I'm going to annihilate all of these fuckers. B rank, come on. That was at least an A. That was better than the other one.
Is it over?
For now, yeah. But that room, those were cyborg brain casings.
Duh, we saw.
George said they were harvesting organs from kids.
Yes, this must be why they are trafficking children. Perhaps other organs are being sold elsewhere, but they are definitely taking the brains.
Jesus, are they making these kids into cyborgs?
Wait, the cyborgs you've been fighting, did they seem like they might be kids? You said earlier that child soldiers have a telltale approach to combat.
Yeah, but I didn't see it here. Those weren't kids.
So, what? Desperado's just doing the surgeries there?
We've got to do something about all those brains. And the other kids George was talking about. He just escaped a few hours ago. They couldn't have taken all their brains out that fast.
True. There could still be a bunch of kids they haven't touched yet.
I better move.
You know, I haven't touched too much on the story and I let the game speak for itself, but that's pretty grim shit, and Metal Gear's always been known for that. So, Mr. Dwarf Gecko, your soul is mine! Go, my little pet gecko.
Splendid. It is all ours. Now, use it to locate a data
Yeah.
terminal.
Yeah, this is not...
Jumpy now. Any funny business?
Shut
They
up,
might
Kevin.
open fire.
I'll do the talking. Yeah, the Dwarf Gecko sequence... Shut up, guys!
An electric shock should knock them unconscious.
I demonstrated that shit. Shut up. Anyways. You'll want to be quick here if you want an S rank. Dwarf Gecko, there's a trophy/achievement for, shocking all of the cyborgs, and there's one for interacting with the dwarf geckos in the area, and I dodged a huge fucking bullet there. A kick means damage, and damage means no plus 3,000, but I don't have to worry about that. I got my S rank. It's funny, because we always do that, too, as humans. Put the USB in the wrong...
Titan, I found something. In one of the Sentry Cyborg's visual logs. Guess who shows up?
Patch it through.
Right away.
Then send us what you do have. You've already commenced the outplanning.
The Sears program?
Yep. Same one old Georgie boy used on the kids in Liberia. Of course, it's right straight to the brain now. Feels as real as anything else.
Your work is astonishing.
And your work is late. We need to shit before our cover is blown. We've got some assholes snooping around.
We just do not have the full quantity yet. Each brain has its own unique requirements. It's not like we can just pop them out with an ice cream scoop.
All right. Make your point.
Oh, thank you for understanding.
Say what you have now. I'll destroy any unharvested inventory.
Okay? But have you any idea what they cost?
Last I checked, children weren't exactly rare in this part of the world. Millions of them, in fact. You can get more once we set up a new lab. They lead lives of hunger and pain. We're performing a service here for them and the cities they burden.
But just gathering the donors required a significant investment.
Yes, you'll get the money. Accounting will be in touch.
Gracias. I assure you we will dispose of our inventory the instant we can confirm payment.
Are we done here? I've got a full slate today. Tecumseh is a demanding mistress, and America has suffered long enough.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Let me see you out.
You see that, Kev? Imani's killer.
Desperado's chief of operations goes by Sundowner, the Californian wildfire.
The kids.
Think we're too late?
Only one way to find out. George was still alive. Maybe the payment hasn't come through yet.
Maybe. But you heard what he said. They've already started some brains on VR training.
There must be more than just what I found here. What about the VIP in the suit?
I'll find out. He definitely seemed familiar.
Right. I'm going after the kids.
Sundowner, that piece of shit that killed Imani. Well, I'm gonna enjoy just annihilating these stupid fucking cyborgs and their dwarf gecko pansies. Because we got a boss ahead. Yeah, this is a pretty short chapter. A little bit of narrative here and there. The third chapter is kind of the meat and potatoes of the gameplay. The third and fourth chapter. There's a lot of gameplay, a little bit less codec conversation. Certainly a lot of cutscenes, but they're both long chapters, so you don't have a whole lot to worry about in terms of me shutting the fuck up during the next two chapters. I can imagine that some of you are kind of disturbed by the silence, but, you know, I want to give the game some justice. Alright. Time to go take our awesome poncho and awesome sombrero, because we got a boss ahead. And a codec call.
Bad news, Raiden.
Hi, Courtney.
We can't find George.
What?
Maybe the coordinates you sent us were off?
No way. I merged the GPS location of our entry with all my movement data from that point on.
This is bad.
You think they got to him first?
I don't know. I'll have our guys sweep the area.
Thanks. I better keep moving.
Well, he's a kid, and kids sometimes wander. Oh, who am I kidding? This is fucking bad. You know, George is kind of annoying, but, you know, you don't want to wish that shit on a kid. Get some electromagnetic grenades ready. Oh, I'm wondering how long this is going to take. It's a big warehouse. The Grad is a two-phase encounter, and like Blade Wolf in Chapter 1, I need to preface this boss by saying that you'll encounter these as somewhat normal enemies a couple of times later in the game. The first phase involves running up to the Grad and knocking it back to the next room. Of course, it's slightly more complicated than that because staying in its line of sight for more than a second could result in some pretty rough damage. Grad basically has 3 attacks in this phase. As you're approaching from a distance, Grad will either attempt to fire on you with its cannon or shoot some homing missiles at you. Ninja running around the corners is usually enough to undermine the cannon, but the homing missiles are a different story. This is the fight where you're going to want to learn how to use your defensive offensive, which is a purchasable skill in the shop. Just as the missile is about to make contact with you, use defensive offensive to dash away whilst cutting it, and the brief period of invincibility will make you immune to the explosion. Once you get into point-blank range, Grad's last attack type is simply it trying to smash you with its defensive plate. Block it at the right time to parry, and you'll smack it into the next room and start Phase 2. Grad then switches to a biped mode. Pretty much all of its offense from Phase 1 applies here as well, as do the means to avoid it. The only difference is Grad moves around. Either stay up in Grad's face or use the cover to make your way safely up to it. Mid-range is the absolute worst place to be, because ninja running won't always be able to save you from getting blasted by its turret or by a spray of missiles. Attack Grad relentlessly and you'll be brought to blade mode to slice off pieces of its armor. After this, Grad will be stunned for a moment, so take the opportunity to build up some combos and kick its damn face in.
The bastard is blocking the way. Push that thing back. Let's switch to biped mode. Careful. It is whole new battle now.
Even though it becomes the normal enemy later, I'll say it anyway. Take that, you fuck!
Right it. I knew I'd seen that guy before. Stephen Armstrong. As in Colorado Senator Stephen Armstrong. They're already talking about him as a shoo-in for the nomination in 2020. And get this. 2 years ago, a federal grand jury investigated his ties to a certain private...
World Marshal. One of the biggest PMCs out there. I remember.
The biggest, ever since the Big Five split up. Not to mention the single largest investor in military cyborg R&D in the world. Guess that answers the question of who's backing Desperado.
Marshall and Desperado in bed together. Should make for some fun headlines.
Headlines? This is World Marshal and a U.S. Senator we're talking about. There won't be any headlines. Even without the Patriots filter, no major media outlet will investigate allegations like these. It'd be financial and political suicide.
So we just what? Sit back while they keep carving up kids, stand aside while they build an army of cyborgs? You heard them. We shut down one lab, they build another. They're planning something big, Kev. We can't just wait for it to happen. We need to hit them first and hit them hard where it counts.
No, Raiden, no. I know what you're thinking, and just no. Colorado is in America, and America has these things called laws.
Mm-hmm. And law enforcement in Denver was privatized and farmed out to...
Marshall, yes, so what? There are still laws, and it's their headquarters, for Christ's sakes. You'd be heading right into the heart of a raging shitstorm.
I didn't say it would be easy. We'll figure it out once the kids are safe.
Jesus Christ. Kevin, out.
Oh my god. It is true. All American politicians are fucking slime balls. So, Mr. Senator Armstrong wants to fuck with us. And these kids. Well, I've got 2 guards with rocket-propelled grenades pointed right where I'm about to show up. So it's time to demonstrate some red phosphorus grenades. Bounce it off that vent and it should... There we go. Perfect shroud. I'll bisect and then trisect you. Meet my awesome sombrero. I'll cut you with it. Oddjob uses his fucking hat. Random Task uses his shoe. Raiden will use his fucking sombrero, because he's the shit. Oh yeah. Alright, this is the end of the chapter. Which means we have cutscenes ahoy! Hopefully it's not too terribly long. There are some things to take note, such as a VR mission in this room.
An artificial blood cryopreserver. They must have begun preparatory freezing.
What do you mean?
That device is filled with synthetic blood plasma. It can slow the metabolism of a harvested organ, circulating this plasma to sustain oxygen levels. You can preserve an arm, a brain, any body part for several hours.
So what are they freezing, and why?
I could not say. Perhaps they plan to sell off the organs of the children they were told to dispose of.
Unbelievable.
You had best hurry, Raiden.
Right.
That's fucking sick. Time to carve up the fuckers in charge of this shit.
Shit!
Hey, stop right there!
George!
Raiden!
You've heard of chloroform? A potent anesthetic in smaller doses. But breathe too much of it? And adios, muchachos! Break that glass, and I'll blow his brains out! Surrender! Or decide. The needs of the many, or the needs of the few.
Raiden, don't worry about me now.
Quiet, pendejo! Surrender! I won't ask again.
George. Are you sure?
I'm ready. Me life now so precious. Thing. What if we can take this skunt to hell with me?
Cállate!
That's all I needed to hear.
Stop it! Now! I'll kill him, I swear!
So that's chapter 2. Definitely shorter than number 1. Research facility. A rank, not bad. The only glaring B rank was actually not from the Vodum Jerka fight. Huh. Not bad, A rank. I'll deal with it. Sure, let's customize. I'm wondering... I'm going to be using different outfits based on what I think should be best served for the chapter. So I used the sombrero, or the mariachi outfit here because it was awesome, and it fit. Now, the custom cyborg body color versions you get from completing certain amounts of the VR missions. And I don't think I'm going to go into those too much for the Let's Play purposes, but the red one boosts your offense and pretty much makes you frail shit. So it makes you a glass cannon. But you shouldn't be getting hit that much anyway, so. The blue body is kind of the reverse. You don't hit as hard, but you have a little bit of a defensive boost. And I mean, all of this stuff here is just customizable things that you unlock through various things in the game. I've already showed you some of it. I'm going to be using a different outfit for every chapter, basically. I mean, I might go back to the standard body, but I do want to showcase some of it off just because it's fun like that. So I will, I'm going to go with the Desperado body for this chapter, and let me know, once again, what you guys think of the gameplay so far, the game story, the style that I Let's Play in, all that stuff. I really want you to leave me some feedback and have fun. Have a good day, everybody.